This is Oscar Bevis for the Stomping Ground, powered by Wow Hydrate and available on DAZN. OD in the house.
Good to see you, bro.
What's happening, my man?
Good to be back.
How's life? How's retired life?
As you can see, my face has gone a bit chubby. I've been eating some cake, drinking a bit of alcohol, and I've been going to bed not thinking about my weight or not thinking about what time I've got to wake up and go run in the morning. So I've been.
And that's the first time you've been able to do that since when?
For a long time, a very, very, very long time. And today, no, only yesterday, I woke up. I felt a bit sluggish. I've been feeling big, and I've never felt this big in my life. I've never. The fight's been, it's been about a month now, or just over a month, and I've been eating some shit, and I'm not stopping anytime soon. I've never been eating shit for this long, so I'm the biggest I've been in my life right now, and I feel good. A lot of fighters, after their boxing career is done, the next day they wake up a bit depressed and what am I going to do now? I've been happy as fuck. My phone don't ring. I ain't got people, listen, I don't get texts every second and from this people and that person. I've been feeling good. Everyone leaves me alone. People leave me alone. I'm like, fucking that was amazing. If I knew life was like this, I would have retired even earlier.
Are the DM requests quiet at the moment?
It's a bit quieter now, yeah, but listen, it feels fucking good. People leave me alone now. And that's what I wanted to be. Left alone.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you're happy. That's the main thing. So let's kind of do a little bit of a timeline, right? So obviously, I spoke to you immediately after the Azim fight in the change room. You announced your retirement. You announced your retirement on the Sky broadcast and in a couple of interviews after. Since then, I know you spoke to Adam as well. What was the week afterwards like? So you spoke to Adam. You were quite open at the press conference as well, giving him his flowers and.
Me and Adam,
telling everyone how you felt.
Yeah, like we went out the day after the fight, and the day after that, we went out for food, for Nando's, and then we went out to Top Golf. And I think it was important for us to go out a few times after the fight, just because even though I've known him for years and we're mates, after a fight like that, sometimes there can be some animosity in the heart. It can be, even though it's not meant, it can be something small there. So it was good for us to go out a few times, just to make sure we're good. And, I enjoyed it. It's good that we went out after the fight, just to make sure we're cool. And the respect that he's shown me after the fight's been done. He didn't go online and boast, I beat Ohara Davies, a picture of Ohara Davies on the floor. He didn't post anything. He was so respectful and so humble. And someone like this, you can't hate. You can't hate someone like this. And I can't hate anyone like this. I did hate him anyway, but it just made me like him even more. And I'm so invested in his boxing career. I like to see what he does. And if I can be of help, in any way, shape or form, I would love to be some help. I will help him with whatever he needs because he showed me so much. First of all, because he gave me a good fight. Secondly, because he showed me so much respect after the fight. And someone like that, you can't hate.
Yeah. Do you still stand on the claim that you made that he's the best fighter you've been in with?
He's the best fighter I've faced. A lot of people, but this is what I said even a bit before the fight. It was a really dumb fight to make. I told Ben, and to this day, I still stand on that. Me against... that fight was a bad matchup. It was a very bad matchup because if I won the fight, they'll say Azim's shit. He got beat by someone who got stopped in the first round. And if he won the fight, he beat someone who got stopped in the first round. It's a lose-lose for him. But a lot of people don't know Azim fought the best me. Even though they say, they can say what they want to say about my, I got stopped in round one. Against Azim, I was the best. I was the fastest.
There were a few people saying that, and I don't like using the term, this is a term used by others. There were people saying that you're over the hill wash. Yeah. People were throwing them claims out on fight week.
I knew that they would because I've been a pro over 10 years now. I've been a pro a long time. I've had fights and all that stuff. I understand it. If I was them, I would, it's something that I'll be saying too. I'll probably be saying the same thing. But I'm me. And I know what shape I'm in.
And that was the best you.
And that was the best me. Azim fought the best me. I could come in here and make it seem a bit better. Like, okay, cool. If I was the real me, people would have known I would have beat Azim. Listen. Any me that I fought on that night against Azim would have lost. And I see Dominic Engel in an interview, he said, I think Ohara Davies a few years ago, he probably would have beat Azim. Or, Ohara Davies is not the fighter he was. And he's, which I understand him because he's a very experienced coach. Engel knows he's, he knows this game. He's been around for years and he knows the game. But in that interview, Engel was wrong. Azim fought the best me, and he beat the best me. And this is what I always say, but the fans can say what they want to say and they can believe what they want to believe. But I know because I'm me, and Azim fought the best me.
Yeah. So like I said, had the fight. You gave him his flowers. You were both very respectful. You guys both then went out. What was your first real day of freedom like without boxing? What did you do? So you woke up in the morning.
I went to the cafe.
Yeah. Full English.
Full English. I had. Yeah. I got some pancakes on the side after it was done. And
did it feel weird though, like sitting at home? Not that you don't have a purpose, but when you're out of camp between fights and you're in a professional career, I guess you've still got to. You can't take too many liberties because you got. I'm going back into camp in X amount of weeks.
Yeah.
What was that freedom, just in general? Like?
It felt good. It felt good that I'm free to focus on some other things in life now. You know, I'm 32 years old. I can't be boxing forever. Eventually, my boxing career is going to come to an end, and it's come to an end a bit earlier than I thought it would. But I'm happy because I want to focus on some other things in life. Boxing is not my passion anymore. I've got other passions, and I want to grow in those things, and I want to learn about the housing market, the property market, the banking system. I want to learn about money. I want to know what money is, because the pound isn't money, the dollar isn't money, Bitcoin isn't money. All of these things are not money, and this is what I've been taught. I've been grown up believing these things are money, but they're not money. They're fake money. And I want to learn about the housing market. I want to learn about what money is. And this is my passion, to learn about these things. I don't know if I can find a job in there somewhere or if I can make a certain career out of it, but we'll see. But that's my passion. So I'm just sitting down, I'm learning every day. I'm reading, I'm learning about the 2008, about the financial crash, why it happened, the people that bet against the housing market now, what's happening with the housing market in different countries, in Dubai, different currencies. It's my passion.
I never thought we'd be standing here having this conversation. I didn't. And we've known each other for, 5-6 years?
Bro.
We've known each other for, 5-6 years? And I've seen Ohara Davies 1, Ohara Davies 2.0, 3.0, a couple of rebrands. I've seen the press conference madness. I never thought we'd be standing here and you'd be content with retirement and saying, look, I'm in the housing market.
Yeah, listen, I've bought a few properties in my time in boxing. Not enough to set myself up for life. I still got to buy more. I'm still in the process of trying to get more. I'm trying to get more money from the bank. In other words, I'm trying to get more debt. The more debt I have is the more financially free I can become. The more money I can get from the bank. And this is what happened in 2008. In 2000.
Ohara, I'm sorry, I'm going to come in. All right,
yes,
because I'll tell you what. So listen, we've known each other quite a while.
A long time.
Right, listen, let me tell you something now. The way that you handle yourself, and the way that you're dealing with your after boxing, after boxing career, is a testament to all the other boxers that need to be listening to what you're saying. Because what you're doing, you're putting foundations in place so that after the boxing, you don't have to worry about boxing. Yeah. You won't have to think, oh, it did this to me, it did that to me, didn't get nothing. I love that London attitude or whatever. I do, I respect it, because at the end of the day, watch that. There's a generation of us old men. Yeah. Reminiscing and should have put my money in the house, should have done this, that and the other. But you guys, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, listen.
Thank you so
all
much.
The best in your future.
Thank
all
you.
right, and I hope that you do well, and
Thank
you will do well.
Thank you.
Nick Manners Boxing. Just remember, I've got a new book out called Front. Got to get through this. You can get it on Amazon or you can get it direct to me.
I'm gonna buy the book.
Listen, touch me.
Nick Manners, legend. Appreciate it, my man.
Yeah. So I was saying, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to learn about the housing market and what caused the whole market crash in 2008. This is what phase I'm on now. The market crash. It was such a big event that happened. Why it happened? The banks fucked up. They gave everyone loans. They're giving out too much money. And you know what? They're still doing it. I just got to find a way to get the money from the bank. The more debt I can get, the more wealth I can make. And I'm trying to get in as much debt as I can. We're made to think of debt as a bad thing. Debt can be a bad thing, but if you use debt in the right way, debt can be a good thing. And everything we got is built off debt. The people that the biggest landlords in the States and in the UK is all built from debt. The more debt we have, the more wealth we can make, and every boxer should get some financial education, because it isn't here. Boxers are dumb. We're taught to fight. Yeah, you fought a good fight. You had a hard camp. Go to Spain. Go to Dubai. Go in Spain. You money. Go buy a new car. Go buy the Rolex. I got no Rolex. I had a Hublot before. Do you know what I done? I went and sold that shit, and I went and sold that shit, and I bought a house. I sold the Hublot. I drive an old car, a 2016 plate. But you know what? I've got my properties, and for the next car that I buy, my properties is gonna buy the car. So I'm not trying to buy the car with the fight purses. The fight purses buy the house will buy the lifestyle. This is the pattern. Every boxer should learn this. Boxers are not learning this, but we should. This is why I talk about it so much, because I'm not trying to boast. I want other fighters to now come and see this and think I'm gonna do that as well. Because we've got so many fighters that buy houses, that invest, but they're hush, they're so quiet about it. But I'm trying to talk so that I can inspire other fighters to come and do the same thing.
Preach, mate, preach. Financial Advice 101 with Ohara Davies. You are absolutely correct, by the way. And the fact that you're happy saying it is a thing that I myself am most happy about. But I am going to ask you one question. I probably shouldn't. You talk about wealth. A way to make some wealth would be to entertain a comeback. Now, I'm not saying you're going to do that right now. But at some point, because of what you've done, because of who you are, someone is going to send you a message, send you a contract, give you a ring on the phone. What is their text or email going to be met with?
To be honest, I could fight again, because I'm not done. I'm not done. I looked at my last 2 fights, I'm not done.
Even on exhibition, crossover, misfits?
I can still come and compete at a good level, but my heart isn't in it. I don't want to dominate people no more. I'm not the arrogant person that I was. I don't feel like I'm a happy person. In the conference on my last fight, I was a happy person. I'm there shaking everyone's hand. I'm happy to be here. I'm a social butterfly now. I'm here, I'm talking to everyone, I'm greeting everyone, I'm shaking hands. Before, I didn't want to speak to no one. Everyone was a cunt, everyone was an arsehole. Get the fuck out my way. Don't speak to me, I'm better than you. I'm walking past everyone, I'm better than you. Yeah. Now, listen, we're all on the same level. I'm humble now, I'm a happy person, I'm a social butterfly. I might be better than you, but I want to help you. I want to help everyone now. I want to help everyone to be where I am, or to get even further to where I've got. I'm happy to see people achieve more than what I've achieved. I've lost to, I got beaten in my last fight, and I'm watching Azim, and I'm happy for him. This was the old me. The old me wanted to dominate people. If I lost, I've got to find a way to train and come back and beat you. And because that isn't me no more, I'm not going to compete. I'm not going to compete in a combat sport. Combat sport takes some arrogance of some sort. I've got zero arrogance in me right now, and I didn't think I was going to become this way, but life changed me and I became this way. If I could choose, I wouldn't be this way. I want to go back to the old me, but the old me's gone and dead. I'm never going to fight again, as far as I'm concerned.
I respect the honesty, and I think we saw a little bit of that with Sonny Edwards retiring at 28 after his defeat to Galal Fight. But there was something in, and I've done a brilliant interview with Sonny actually. There was just something in a man who can admit that despite the fact you might still have the ability, that if it's just not in your heart anymore, you can't do it. It takes a bit to admit that.
Exactly, right? 100%. And even the Sonny Edwards that I knew from back then, I don't know him so well, but the Sonny Edwards that I know from back then and the Sonny Edwards now are two different people now. Two different people. So for him to call it a day, I'm happy for him, and it doesn't matter what he does in life, he will do well.
Just one final one. I know me and you have always had a little bit of a laugh with things we've done. I always love telling people the story about when I'm sitting on a toolbox at your house and you've just moved into a new place, kind of just round a corner from here or something, playing Xbox. All that was in your front room was a TV and a fish tank. But like, we go back a long way. But I've got to say, you drew me out on fight week.
I'm sorry.
You drew me out many a time.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have done it, because you know what? It's like with the media, that they've given me so much shit. But you're one of the ones that have always...
Now it makes it look like I was fishing for a compliment from you.
And you've always done your best to kind of to try to paint me in a good light. And I put it on you. And I kind of feel bad, Oscar. I feel bad because I should have been getting at the ones that want to make me look bad. But the one that loves me, that's my friend, that wants me to be seen in the right light, I think I was wrong to do that, and I'm sorry.
I will always scream Ohara Davies from the rooftops. You know that.
Always.
You're my brother.
Always.
I appreciate you, my friend.
I shouldn't have done that. I appreciate you too, bro.